Hey, what's up folks? I'm your host Mike Pugh of the FBC Virtual Channel, and you're tuning in to an OBS tutorial. This is going to be on experimenting and experimental creation. First, we'll start off with adding another scene collection. A scene collection is just like starting off to try to have multiple projects. If you want to have multiple projects on your OBS Studio besides the one that you're currently working on with a whole bunch of different scenes and sources, you can actually do this. So right here I'm at add scene collection and I typed in experimental. I'll show y'all folks how I did that. Let's click OK. Alright, so it starts off from scratch, just like if you just joined brand new, you just now logged in, or not really logged in, but it starts off from scratch, just like you're just starting fresh with OBS, as if you don't know anything. Alright, so let's go up here. It says scene collection. If you see, it says file, edit, view, profile, and then it says scene collection. You can click on that, and if you click scene collection, it gives you the options to add new. So you could add new, you could duplicate a scene, you could rename, remove, import, and export. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 differing scene builds. So let me go to my previous one so y'all folks can see it. So this is some previous sessions that I've done. I actually played around with a new setting. So the new setting has reformatted my screen. I use tools and auto configuration wizard to do that. My screen is now formatted to fit the actual YouTube size screen for YouTube videos. So when I move it and I try to edit it, it's already pre-recorded to that particular size. Now, what I recommend, if y'all folks choose to do that, don't do that too soon. Actually, if you use this auto configuration wizard, only do it if you want to change all of your scenes, because it's going to adjust every single scene. So I kind of screwed up on that part, but it's all good. I'll fix it. All you have to do is go to your sources and then reschedule them, or resize them I should say. So you go back to your sources, you resize them by transforming and fitting to screen, and everything should come back to some degree how you had it, unless some things are smaller than others. So here goes my webcam. Look at that. That green screen is not even set up properly. So y'all folks are seeing some of my actual background, my real background. So let's go in, hit the filter, and hold on, we're on the wrong one. Got to get on this source, hit the filter, go into the Chroma Key. I turned it off, and we'll have to adjust as we see fit, and that should be good. Now let's go into the crop, and to the right I'm gonna have to crop about 70, get that out of there, and then the top about 20, something like that. Let's go down a little bit more to make some space for my hat. There we go, right there. So that's that. I fixed that part. And the color is really bad. Let's go in Chroma Key. Why is the color so screwed up? Oh, right there, split color reduction, whatever. Alright, so we got that, and this we have to bring up. Remember, there was a way to do it, to move them all at the same time. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, and then I think I can move them all. Yeah, I was able to move all of them. So that's pretty cool. I'm moving everything actually at the same time. And then this one I can move up a little bit, like so. Hit the down arrow and then move this one back. Here you go. So that was something that I chose to put in there a while back. Let's try to resize this one. Maybe that fits. Whatever, it's all good. This is what I did for my YouTube crash course series many months ago. Definitely, it was like almost a year ago. So let's fix this one. This is a capture. This is a screen display capture. Hold on. Let's go transform, fit to screen. Not sure what it's doing, or which one is doing what. Let's see, fit to screen. There we go. The display capture itself is deactivated. There we go. Now we'll put myself somewhere over here. So all this is experimental stuff. I'm just giving y'all folks a bird's eye view on what I'm playing with. So this is a differing scene collection. Let's go into brand new. That's the one that y'all folks seen here when I started. Let's go into experimental. Experimental has nothing. Let's go into live sessions. And live sessions look like it's preset correctly. Only one of them is preset correctly. So I have a lot of work to do with these. See, so you'll end up having an issue, but I'm gonna leave these alone. I'm not gonna change these because I'm gonna change this setting back. Let's go to auto configuration, optimize just for recording. I will not be streaming. Click next, and then readjust this to 1920 by 1080. That's what it was set at previously. And then click apply settings, and then it'll fix all of my problems that I had. See that? So now it's adjusting everything back to the size that it previously was. This one isn't the right size though. I don't know why that happened, but you may have a little slight glitches here and there. If you have some problems, just go in and try to fix it. Whatever. Transform, fit to screen. Which one is that? It's this one. Transform, fit to screen. Y'all folks get the idea, right? Actually, that is the right picture. I thought it was a different one. Alright, so yeah, most of them are actually accurate. So y'all folks are seeing all the differing scenes that I built previously. Now, let's go back to experimental. Now, the reason why I wanted y'all folks to see all that is because you can see the thought process that I put into it behind the fact of what I actually built. So what I want to build here is blank scene, starting out with blank and then start building upon it. So this is scene and it doesn't have any number. I'm going to change the name. So we go to rename. You right click it and go to rename. If you want to rename it, we're going to call this scene 1. And then if you want to add another scene, hit the plus and it's going to be called scene 2. See that? That's how that works. Let me rename it again just to fix it because the lettering wasn't proper. Alright, so scene 1, scene 2, just to make it, you know, organized. Now what we're going to do, we're going to hit the plus option and we're going to bring up the video capture device. And what that does is it pretty much activates this pop-up menu box, and then it allows you to create a name, just like we have with these renames here in scenes. So once you put your name in there, whatever name you want to call it, or leave it defaulted, you click OK, and that will create an actual video capture device connection to your actual recording section. So this is the recording section, all this black area here. That's where your video is going to record. So what it's trying to do, after you click OK, it will try to activate it. So it will first give you options to search for that particular device. So the one that I'm using is a Logitech Hd Webcam C615. So this is like if you first start out from scratch and you don't have anything set up, this is how it would work for you. So this is actually what y'all folks see in real time if you were staring at my actual webcam through my webcam and use the actual computer. This is what you see, or the computer sees. Now you can go into configuration of the video. You can go in and adjust the video settings in terms of the webcam, what the webcam actually has set. You can go into the different controls, advanced settings, etc., and then click save when you're done. But I don't recommend for you to change too much of it unless you're really savvy at adjusting colors, contrast, lighting, exposure, stuff like that. If anything, just leave it the way it is and get back to it after you learn how to do all those different settings for your actual webcam. So or you can hit restore to defaults. If you have this as part of your actual webcam software, then you can do that. Some webcams may not come with that type of software to configure it. So let's click OK. Once you're done that, it brings you in and you can use the corners, any of the corners with the red dot, and adjust to whatever size you want. As you can see, I'm adjusting using my mouse, right? So you can do that on a Windows computer or a Mac computer. So now that I have a video capture device, what do I want to do? Well, I actually want to have a background, because see this green screen here? This green screen is going to allow me to remove the background. This is a textured cloth. This is actual textured cloth. I have a light under me, right under me, behind me. The light that's under my seat and chair is being used to get rid of the shadows that show up back here. See my shadow right there? Sometimes you're going to have those shadows that show up. So you just have to manipulate the lighting in your area in order to remove a lot of that shadow stuff or whatever you have as issues that show up in your video. So when you try to remove the background, it won't be a bad background removal. It will actually become a very high quality background removal. So now what we're going to do, I'm just going to apply the Chroma Key really quick. So let's see, right click, filters, hit plus, and then go into Chroma Key. And I'm just going to leave it the way it is and back it down a little bit, and then do a quick crop. So this is basically how you do that. The left will go with 70, the right will go with 75, and the top will go with 22. There we go, just like I did before. So now I'm in an all solid black background. Not worried too much about the quality. I just want to get in the background area, isolating myself pretty much. So now we're done with that. That's scene 1. Scene 2. Now when you switch scenes, you would have a transition between scenes. So that's where scene transitions come in. You got to fade and you got to cut. You can play with that. You can also click plus and add multiple optional differing transitions. I actually have a tutorial on transitions that is coming on the way. If y'all folks are willing to watch it, that's really cool. Check it out. It will help you to understand how to transition back and forth, but come up with high quality transitions to improve your transitions on OBS. So say we wanted to slide, we'll switch it to slide, and then slide left, right, up, down, whatever. That's what you're gonna get in that actual tutorial, to get to see what kind of transitions you can create. So in scene 2, we're gonna create a unique background. Let's go to image. You can do it this way, which is the slow way, or you can go to your photo archive, I should say, and then you go to pictures, wherever you stored your pictures, and I created a backgrounds folder. So I go into my backgrounds folder, and I'm gonna use the control button to mass move all the types of backgrounds that I want. And I'm going to pretty much use the ones that I haven't used before. And so all of these are backgrounds that I want to play with. And you're just going to move this part over a little bit to the right, and then you're going to grab with your left click mouse button and drag. And what it's doing is dragging 10 actual backgrounds to copy onto the screen. And all that's copied that fast. So now you have all of these differing backgrounds to play with in your sources. That's the mass background, pretty much mass move. So did all of them move? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look like only 6. No, only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 moved over. I don't know what happened to the other ones, but it's all good. You know at least that you have your backgrounds in here. This one is a transparency, so it won't show up unless you put something behind it. Let's see. Good example would be to use this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to transform and then stretch the screen, and there you go, voila. Now you have something really unique that is strange, but definitely something that no one else has. And I think that's pretty cool. You can play around and you can manipulate backgrounds how you choose and then put yourself in front of it. And I think that's really awesome. So let's see this one, and let's see what we can do to move it. There we go. I just wanted to get rid of that black right there on the right, and then let's go back to this one, and we're gonna reduce it a little bit. Oh, not that one, sorry, the first one. We're gonna reduce the size a little just to fit it in there, like that. Alright, so now let me put myself in front. How you do that? You hit the plus button and go to video capture device, and then go to add existing, and then go to video capture. As long as it's an existing device that you already activated, you don't have to reactivate it again by creating a new one. You just add existing, and then you can click here and that will bring it in. Just click OK, and it comes in as you preset it before. So now I'm like this, pretty much demonstrating whatever I want to say, doing what I want to do, etc., with a really differing, unique background. So this gives y'all folks an idea of what you can create and how you can build upon something from scratch. So let's move on to another scene. Turn those 2 off, well, those 3 off, and let's assume this was the one that we were working on. So we'll go here. You can click any of the ones that you want to work on, but you have to double click it. Hold on, there we go. And then you should be able to move it and manipulate the actual background. So let's see, there's something behind that. What is behind it? Hold on. Looks like there's something behind it for some reason. Another background's behind it. How did that happen? Looks like it merged together with another background. That's pretty odd. Let's go in here and see how that looks. Hold on one second. Maybe that's a glitch. I don't know. Well, some of the backgrounds didn't move over. Let's try to move this one in. Okay, that's in there. This is in there. Let's see. And that's in there. Alright, so we'll just move these over, leave them in the back, and play with this one. So right click, we go to transform, and then stretch the screen. And then there you go with that. And then what we could do is stretch it a little more, maybe, and throw this one in the background. So that will go in the background. And then put the video capture behind, in front, sorry about that, and turn it on. So now you see we have another background, another differing background that could actually work out. And it's pretty fast that, you know, in terms of you creating these differing effects. Now look, check out the transition. See that? Pretty cool, right? So say I wanted to create the effect as if just I'm switching from one scene to the next. So what I'm going to do, hit the plus, go to image, and then look for that texture. I think it's this one here. Nope, that's not it. Let's turn that off. Let's see exactly which one this is. That's not it. Alright, it's this one. Background 27934. Alright, so we go to background 27934. Let's go into image again. Go to background 27934. That's that one. And then we want to get it here. We want to stretch the screen, transform, stretch the screen, and then pull it out a little bit. Now, keep in mind, there's a better way to do this. You can duplicate scenes, but I don't want to do that right now. I just want to play around and see what I can come up with. So now it shows this swiping super fast. Now the only real way to do that, like I said, you go to plus, go to Luma Wipe, and then use the Luma Wipe instead. And then what it will do, it will create the illusion. Now the reason why you don't see a full illusion is because what I need to do is duplicate. So let's try to duplicate scene 1. We'll do that and move this up, and then the only difference I'll do is shift this higher. Now all you'll see is my head shift. See that? So I'm shifting from one level to the next. You can also go into properties and then play around with that, and let's do a horizontal stripes or strips, horizontal, whatever. And now you can see the transition is like that. Pretty cool, right? So you can play around with transitions, put yourself in different placements, and you can make it a split second if you want. Let's make it 10 milliseconds. So you can barely see the transition happen. One millisecond. Look at that. Very fast. So I just wanted y'all folks to see what you can create on the fly. If you want to turn it into an actual live video, what you're going to do is hit start recording. Well, live video would be start streaming. So you have to set up your file and go into settings, or you can go where's the setting? Well, the settings option should be down here, but it's not down here. I don't know, they used to have it down here. Yeah, you go up here. Actually, here it is. Settings. So you can click that and then go into stream, and then you'll connect to whatever streaming service that you're using, and then tie in the stream key. Make sure you get the stream key from the streaming service, and you never reveal that actual stream key to anybody. And pretty much that's it. You click OK, and it's set up. You shouldn't have to do anything too highly technical, anything too hard. But other than that, if you have a problem with any of this stuff, just drop me a comment. Feel free to drop a comment in the bottom of the video's description area, and I'll help y'all folks to get more info on how certain things pertain to that particular question you have or whatever. I'm building my active knowledge on OBS. I'm exploring, I'm learning as well. Just like you are if you're out here trying to learn how to create high quality videos using OBS. There are other live streaming tools that are out there. There are other editing software. There's other ways to create your videos. You don't have to use OBS, but OBS is definitely an option, and I like to use it because of the fact that I can really go hard at creating and have multiple scenes to create an effect and effectively cause what I want to cause in terms of viewership. Like y'all folks who are viewing, it's up to you to do what y'all want to do on your end, but it's up to me to create the content to provide for y'all folks so you can actually make or take an action regarding the video that I chose to create. That's what YouTube is used for a lot of people. Some people are into business, they're marketing, they're network marketers or whatever, or they own a website, they own a blog site, they're into hobbies or whatever they're into doing, and they want to pitch something out there for y'all folks to actually interact with and to choose to make an action on and you can do that. I can slide in maybe like something about my business in there. I can talk anything I want to pitch to y'all folks, and hopefully y'all folks can make a choice and decision whether or not it's informed or not. It's up to you. But to take action on something is pretty awesome when it's something that you're actually looking for to do. Like maybe you want to purchase a green screen, and I have an interesting slide that comes in and talks about that particular green screen. Maybe it's an advanced tool or some sort of a knowledge base that you haven't learned of and you're willing to learn it. You know what I'm saying? So that taking that action by taking the information in and learning the knowledge, or gathering that information and taking the lead to somewhere else, is another way to make YouTube work. Any video platform is pretty much like that. That's why they have advertisements running and all kinds of stuff. But I just wanted y'all folks to get the gist of that. This right here at the bottom, this could have been the ad if it was an ad, or it could be a screen. I can put a screen right here. I'll show y'all folks. Let's turn that off and bring in the screen. So we go, say you wanted to bring in the screen, you go to your sources and you look for your video capture, actually not video capture, you look for your media source, create a new media source and click OK. Then you're gonna go and look from your folders, your video folders, and you can bring in a video. So let's go into video folders, into my video folders. I'm moving a little too fast, but I don't want to be too slow, so let's go and bring in something that I did a long time ago. Maybe I could bring this in to give y'all folks an idea. So this is a video that I did a while back. It won't actually play on OBS. I can be doing like a reaction video or something in regards to that particular video and just have all the voice or the noise silent and just be talking about that clip, and then bring in multiple clips, small little clips of it, and it would actually fall within the grounds of fair use as long as what I reference about that actual video is pertaining and relevant to that video. And if it has music, I highly recommend for you to mute it, because you can end up getting hit with a copyright strike because of the music. But you can get hit with a copyright strike anytime, even if you created a video that is clearly 100% fair use protection, fair use was used, and you acknowledge the copyright law in regards to fair use. So just because you chose to use something in regards to fair use the proper way doesn't mean that the copyright owner can't strike it. Now, you may be able to fight it in court, and that will actually help you to go a little further. A lot of people don't talk about all this stuff on YouTube, but I like to talk about it because it's actually the reality that a lot of us creators face, and a lot of people just don't want to talk about it. But yeah, that's all I got with that. I just wanted y'all folks to get that information. And so I'm done with this. Hopefully y'all folks like this type of tutorial type of video. Let me go one more round with a differing background just to show y'all folks a little bit more as per se what you can pull off, which is pretty cool. This one didn't turn out too good looking because it's a small tiny box, right? So in that case, if you get a photo that doesn't turn out good looking, you can actually turn it into multiple boxes. So the best way to do that, let's see, right click, copy, right click, paste duplicate. Look at that. So now I can paste multiple times, paste duplicate. Let's go paste duplicate and paste duplicate. So what I can do is I can puzzle it in on the screen how I see fit, and all of these can be moved below. I'm going to move this up below me. So let's go and paste duplicate more and more here, and paste duplicate here. So take the video capture device, move it up there, and a few more. Just paste duplicate, and one more, paste duplicate. So this gives y'all folks an idea of what you can do. You can really get creative, and now you have something totally unique like I said, that nobody else on YouTube has actually created. And when you go for creating an actual thumbnail, you can put text on the sides, and that's probably what I'm gonna do with this one. Just make sure that your head and your face or whatever is in a great position. So I'm gonna do this and look at the eye of the camera, the lens of the camera. I'm doing a few of them. So after I'm done with the video, I go back and I look at that actual clip, and then I click print screen. So when I print the screen, I can send that actual clip, that screen capture, I can send it to Microsoft Paint or Photoshop or whatever type of photo editing tool software that I have on my computer, on my PC, and then I can create my thumbnail with a very unique background that I used in my video. Talking about video thumbnails, you want your video thumbnails to represent what your video was all about. You don't want it to be misleading in any way. You don't want to create clickbait. You want to create thumbnails that actually are relevant to the video, because when people go to the video, they want what you actually have put out there that represents the video, which is the video thumbnail. So if you put something that's not really relevant, people are gonna thumb down the video almost automatically, and they may actually submit it in for investigations and for a higher up admin to go and check into that video to see if that video was done fraudulently, or somebody's trying to trick or trying to play a stunt on YouTube, which is a great deal of people are spamming out here and trying to cheat the system, and it's really not fair to the average creator or the top creators, the newer YouTubers, the YouTube creators who just now recently joined, and they're trying to get up the ranks and trying to earn some, credibility, some notoriety, whatever. They're trying to gain some kind of a online presence with their videos, but a lot of people are just flooding the video network with garbage, with a lot of pointless videos that don't have any relevance to anything. So now I'm not talking about your new video if you just now started as a YouTuber. I'm not talking about you folks who have no idea, may not have any idea of what to do. I'm talking about people who are spamming. That means that they're uploading maybe hundreds of videos a day, and none of those videos are theirs. They didn't create any of the content, and they're just trying to trick the system. If you're doing that, if you're into doing that, I highly recommend for you to stop, because that just doesn't work, and it bombards the system and it hurts the creator, the real creators out here, like myself and a great many other people who are trying to do something for real to help many people gain some sort of entertainment value, to reach an active audience or a passive audience that they may reach down 6 months down the road, a year, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, how many years it takes to reach those type of viewers. But some people are joining YouTube for money purposes. That's all on you. If you want to join YouTube to try to earn money and you think it's going to be your targeting mechanism for your marketing or your marketing schemes, it's all good. Do what you got to do, but keep in mind that it's not about spam, it's not about cheating, it's about doing what you know best and what you can actually produce from your passions, from what you are good at. And when you can create content like that, that is solid and it actually can create an impact on people, it will reach more and more people, because some people will look at it and say, this has value to me. It may have value to you. It may have value to my cousin, to my aunt, to my uncle, to my friends, etc. In some way you want to impact people with value, and that's really the power of using video. It's not just YouTube. You can be on many other platforms as well. They have Amazon. Amazon has a great video platform, but you got to have your stuff together before you get on that platform. But you can use that platform as a creator. You can use Vimeo. There's many different video platforms that are out here, and you just don't want to get screwed by anything. And other than that, I'm out. Joe 11 Peace 2. I'll see you next time. Peace. And feel free to hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to impact the audience in a creative way, because that's really what it's all about. I'm out.